Kolya, my dearest. I am so happy to tell you that you are now a father. Our girl is the most beautiful little angel you could ever imagine. And everyone says
Дорогая Машенька, such excellent news. I'm happier than words can convey, and I'm looking forward.
Your mother arrived yesterday. You will probably get a letter from her any day now, telling you about all the things she thinks I should do differently. But you know her.
Don't mind Mother. She's just set in her ways, just like Uncle Vladimir. He is a wary commander, and I fear he cares too much for the men. I care for them too, but we are fighting a war and sacrifice.
I am so proud of you, my love. They say that we will have victory soon. I look forward to having you home, and safe, and raising our daughter together in this new world which you are shaping.
We should name her Anastasia. Or maybe Nadezhda. That would make Mother happy. Take care, Mashenka. All of you. Love, Nikolai.
As the Red Army continues to sweep through Europe, NATO is reeling. It won't be long before the tenuous alliance unravels and the people rise up in protest against their corrupt governments and the communist ideas.
After weeks of bitter fighting in Europe, it was clear that we weren't losing. But we weren't winning either. Except for France, NATO forces were as unable to push back the front as we were to push it forward. The generals, being quite fond of their own lives, desperately sought a solution to the stalemate, and finally one was found. A strike force would be sent to the Norwegian coast to destroy the anti-air defenses there and open up a corridor for our bombers to fly through. Colonel Arlovsky was chosen to lead this strike, and Captain Malashchenko is ready to burst with pride over the mission. But the rest of us were just happy to get out of the meat grinder that Germany had become.
Execute turn on my mark. This is Sokol. Weapons free. I repeat, weapons free.
No, listen, you don't understand. I still have unfinished business in France.
Sir, others can wrap that up. We need you elsewhere, and we need you there now.
Where? Germany? I thought we were...
Not Germany, Colonel. We want you to go to Russia.
Russia? Now we're invading them?
Not an invasion, sir. Reconnaissance. We're sending you to Norway, where you'll take command of Task Force Raven. Your mission is to infiltrate the Soviet border and retrieve intelligence from a downed aircraft.
What about my men?
You'll bring your officers with you and liaison with the Norwegian Rangers when you arrive.
I have some doubts about one of my captains.
There are no replacements to be had, Colonel. We're losing officers every day just holding the Russians at bay in Germany.
All right, I'll make do. When do we leave?
We're arranging a flight now. Godspeed, Colonel.
Bannon was never officially reprimanded for the death of Commandant Sabatier. Instead, the colonel took him aside just before we boarded the plane to Norway. Bannon seemed to chasten when they returned, but it was hard to say whether the colonel's words had any lasting effect. Our mission was top secret. We got our briefing when we arrived in Kirkenes in Norway. We were going to be dropped near Murmansk inside the Soviet Union, where we were to locate a crashed prototype stealth bomber. It supposedly carried some sensitive information, so it was imperative that we reach the crash site before the Russians did. Several teams of Norwegian Rangers would be assisting us. Their commander, Major Johansen, was a hard-set man who'd already led 4 missions across the Soviet border. He didn't talk much, but his competence was clear, and we all felt good having him as a guide in that cold and hostile country.
Looks like light infantry!
Coax!
Coax up!
All Bravo elements engage infantry at 12 o'clock!
Sir, something's not right!
Didn't you hear me, Corporal? Fire!
On the way!
Cease fire! Cease fire! Why did they advance like that? How are we supposed to know?
I've been trying to reach you. What the hell happened here?
Sir, we just...
You just what, you idiot? Did you kill these people?
Well, I thought they were attacking and...
With what? With broomsticks? Take a good look at your handiwork, Captain. We'll discuss this later.
Harriet Bannon.
Hey, Mom. It's Mark.
Marky, are you okay? Where are you?
Look, I know I haven't called in a while.
I'm sorry. We've been kind of isolated.
But where are you?
Not in France. Is Earl around?
He's out hunting rabbits with Frank and Emmett. Listen, how are you, Mark? Really, your letters, well...
Wish I could come home, Mom. I thought I'd do some good here, you know?
Something Dad would have been proud of, but it's all just kind of screwed up.
Listen, honey, I'm proud of you. And I'm sure your father would have been too.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be. I've done wrong.
Some things.
If you did, you didn't have any choice.
I don't know, Mom. Hey, Earl always drinks when he hunts. He hasn't...
A little.
God damn it, Mom, you said you'd leave him if he did.
Mark, it's not easy. Where would I go?
Anywhere he's not. That son of a...
He's my husband, Mark.
Okay, Mom, whatever.
Look, I gotta go. Gotta kill some more commies and make Earl proud.
Take care.
Mark?
We had barely gotten out of the area when we got orders to head north to a Soviet naval yard on the coast. The information we'd retrieved from the plane wreck indicated that several nuclear submarines were tied up there, a greater number than usual, as if they were preparing for something special. It was decided by the higher-ups that since we were already in the vicinity, we would go in and destroy as many subs as possible before the Soviets had a chance to react. I think the colonel had something to do with that plan as well. It was just his kind of mission in so many ways. Take the enemy by surprise, wreak havoc, and then get the hell out of there before they understand what's happening. Again, we would be operating behind enemy lines, on our own, without backup. It was almost getting to be routine.
Approaching the LZ now. All clear. Check your altitude.
All right. The Norwegian Rangers report that the refueling process has started, and that gives us precious little time. Those subs must be destroyed.
30 seconds.
I expect 0 screw-ups today, and that means you, Bannon. You hear?
Touching down at 5.
We launch in 10. Get going.